What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, some more Starcruiser news, because it appears that Bob Chapek is very pleased. With the demand of the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser, even though they deleted the commercial, even though they still have spots available, even though they're not fully booked, even though people are canceling. There are a few people that are looking forward to it, and I hope they have an amazing time. But he's like, I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased. People are signed up. People are going. They got their launch coming up in just a few weeks. That's going to be interesting to see how these vloggers and bloggers come out and say, oh my gosh, you're going to love it. Or no, it's not so good. It's hit or miss. There's a lot of stuff riding on that. It's going to be interesting to see. But I believe Bob Chapek can afford to take a big hit with this if it's not successful down the road. And here's why. I'm going to break it all down to you, mostly on the theme park side. And then you could just say, Jay, I don't know about that. Jay, maybe. I don't know how they can sustain this. But we shall see. Let's go right into this article here. Genie Plus popularity and guest spending up 40%. This article broke down all the finance stuff that was released, but we're going to go right to the theme parks because they do talk about Disney Plus and how they gained more subscribers. But right here, of particular interest to us is parks, experience, and products. Revenue for the quarter increased to $7.2 billion compared to the $3.6 billion in the prior year's quarter. Now, we can't talk about stuff that happened during lockdown phases because everything's going to be up because things are starting to open up and just be free. It says this also beat out the expectation of $6.13 billion. So they actually made $1 billion more than expected. And I will say this happened to all the theme parks across the board here in Orlando. It seemed to be, and tourism and everything else here in Florida, it just seemed to be people were kind of locked in for a while and they were just like saving or whatever they were doing. And they were just like, all right, we're getting out of here. Let's go to Florida. Let's go to Florida. Let's go to Disney. All right. Let's go to Universal. Let's go. I mean, you couldn't even get a hotel over the holiday season. It was packed. Every single theme park. I mean, from Legoland on up, it was packed here in Florida. So when Universal released their finances too, they set records as well. So it just appears that everybody just wanted to get out. They wanted to have some fun. They wanted to take their family and do whatever. So what does that mean moving forward? The article continues. In an interview with CNBC prior to the earnings call, Chapek indicated that the cheapest days have stayed the same price for 3 years at both Walt Disney World and Disneyland. Yeah, maybe like 3 days out of the year, offering those on a budget an opportunity to visit the parks. He also said that there were a range of upgrade options, pointing specifically to the Genie Plus and Lightning Lanes. Now, he went on to say that 40% of the people that visited the theme parks are now using Genie Plus. This is a new app service that once was free when you went into the park. So remember, they raised the price of the tickets, they raised the price of the parking, they've raised the price of everything just by a little bit, and now they're charging you for a service that once was free. This is called Lightning Lane. Some people call it Fast Pass. Some people, it's Line Skipper, whatever it is. Now, this was new, and a lot of people were trying it. And now a lot of people are just like, yeah, it's not really my thing anymore. And I don't know if I want to continue to use it. So watching these numbers and wondering if people will continue to use that, because it's advertised in a way where it's like, you don't have to wait in the normal lines. You can skip the lines. Just pay like $10. You and your family can go. If you got a family of 4, that's $40. You got to pay for each individual person, right? And so then there's like this base pay where it gets confusing, where you could just pay like $12 to $15, depending on the day. And you can get some rides that you could skip only if you find it at the right time. Some people will pay for that app and not be able to use the line skipping part because it's too late in the day or what have you. It's really confusing. And a lot of people are not too happy. Maybe they'll straighten it out. I'm not sure. He also got rid of a lot of annual passes. What does that mean, Jay? An annual pass? So let me just break that down to you. For Orlando, many people in the area have an annual pass. What does that mean? All right, well, you pay a discounted price So you can go to the park as much as you want and not have to pay for parking. You get a discount on food and things like that. It honestly pays for itself in 3 visits. So if you go 3 times, it's paid for itself. If you go above that, you're breaking into the, all right, now you're saving money, now this and that. Someone like me who works for Geeks and Gamers and does theme parks for park hopping, you know, it's a must have, because I can just go there for 2 hours, record, not even ride anything, not even buy anything, and just leave, not spend a dime. And I've already gone enough times where it's more than paying itself. So they stopped selling those. So what does that do? That pushes people to buy the day tickets. So if there's a lot less people like me just showing up and going and not spending any money in the parks and then leaving, more people are buying tickets, which is generating a lot more revenue. Everybody follow? Everybody follow. So this is what he's doing. The other thing they're doing is they're cutting back on hiring people and replacing it with their app service. And I'm all for it. This is they can do this if they want to. This article here, Disney celebrates the upside of mobile dining and check-ins as they can operate restaurants, resorts with less cast members. They don't have to pay as much. We're working for Disney, basically. You have your app, you order your food from your app, you pay from your app, then they give you a number to go pick it up. This is how it works. And everywhere you go for quick service and other things like that, there's a big sign that says, hey, use your app to get this. So what do people do? They go there, they order, they pay, and then they get like a text or something that says, hey, go to line 1 and pick up your food. That's it. You can mobile inside, you know, your hotel, your resorts, things like that, without even having to talk to anyone. They can even put your key on your phone now, if that's what you want. And I will say this, Universal's doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing, and my blue lights just went off, if anyone's wondering. Did something happen over there? Yeah, they've been cutting on and off. My fish tank has been cutting on and off. So that's another thing that's boosting price. The other thing, or boosting revenue. And now the final thing. Disney parks state they may reduce food portion sizes for guests to increase profits. Well, they did that. They did that already. This is an older article. They made the portion size smaller and jacked the price up even bigger, and yet people are still paying. And the chief financial officer commented, we can cut the portion size, which is probably good for some people's waistline. That's just what she said. That's just what she said. So Disney did all those things. They've cheapened the product. They're giving you less and charging you more. And during that holiday season, people that had already had their vacations planned, a lot of people went ahead and paid for it. Now, the real question is, are they going to continue to pay in the years to come? Are they going to continue to pay? And I'm going to end with this thread from WDW News today. Have I had my issues with WDW News? I have. I've spoken about them. But I got to say, this first part here is spot on. It's spot on, and many people agree with it. It says the Chapek regime has been all about improving margins with almost no regards for public perception. Charging for parking at resorts. That's right. You want to park your car, you got to pay. Lightning lanes, fast passes, whatever you want to call it. That used to be free. Mistreatment of cast members, the employees. That's a whole nother video for another day. And budget cut attractions have given him a reputation he'll never shed. Yet they want to shed it. That is why they make so much money. And that's why they keep delivering plastic, cheap experiences at top premier prices. So you wonder if that model can hold up. That's why you see the Galactic Starcruiser the way it is. That's why you could look at it and go, what the heck is that? That looks cheap. That looks this. That's exactly why. It is cheap. It is cheap. And they're charging so much money. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can maintain it, if they can hold up. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people came to the parks this past season, the Christmas season, if that's what you want to call it, because they just have been tired of being in their home. They just wanted to get away. And Florida was the best option. Florida was the best option. Like I said, it wasn't just Disney. It was all the theme parks that made a killing. over Christmas. Record setting, all of them. Just prove that everybody came to Florida. But can they keep this business model up by giving you a lot less and charging you a lot more? That's exactly what the Galactic Starcruiser is. It's going to be interesting to see if it can be maintained. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is Jay. I'll catch you next time.